Quick democracy for Vietnam. Repeat to democracy, Vietnam communist is bloodsucker and lean to the back and say in the Vietnam people are the lowest knowledge, so not yet had a democracy, bringing America democracy to Vietnam. That is a selfish in the fact cover up communist in the exit anti-communist people say that dictatorial communist needs to change to the democracy. Basic democracy is people are the owner of the nation and the leadership are a worker for the people and people pay salary for their workers. About formally that is a three kingdom powers: legislation, executive, and justice. Follow Lacquette's debate. I show up some democracy model are perfect and missing from that. We can choose quick democracy model and lithe correspond for Vietnam in the future after Vietnam communist is collapsed. 1. Democracy model representative of America power are full of up and down between the Congress and President. Legislation, operations, strategy of the nation, and the President carry out policy of the nation. And President is a commander-in-chief. That is exactly powers. 2. Democracy model tradition of England. Power between the Congress and minister are variable sanction together. The king does run power of various central nations, but the king's opinion that had value determining the dictating constitution is one unrise. 3. Democracy model president system of France. President and lack power than Congress. President is a commander-in-chief. 4. Democracy model had a democracy but missing freedom of Singapore. This model came out to the work into periods hard about politics, many different land tendencies, politics, ASEAN and Europe, special extremely tendencies, community is very strong. Many different habits are very low into the simple culture. Small island, Singapore didn't have a natural resource, didn't have a land and a house, mountain, neighboring country, tropic out it. So Singapore have to take advantage of the West country and choosing democracy model of the West, but didn't choose freedom because the leader of the Singapore fair people are fair people were buy over targets by the something and special he want to cancel it on or bodies and negative habits cultural of his society. Singapore meet the freedom than it had develop and find us today, but the continue choking freedom, then future Singapore will be untenable. 5. Autocracy model but have a freedom of Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a colony of the French, England in the past, and today it is at the foot of the China. So Hong Kong doesn't have a democracy. That is a natural thing. Today Hong Kong is strongly the tactics for democracy, freedom, and human rights. 6. Democracy model but limit leadership freedom of the Ngô Đình Diệm president. Dynasty Ngô Đình Diệm at the South Vietnam had the democracy and freedom for all people as freedom, speech, active, education, business, religion, detachness, party operates the politics in the government, and the government cause and have special good leadership. President Ngô Đình Diệm would limit them because the leadership of the South had a more different tending politics, East, West, and communist. That was the reason President Ngô Đình Diệm would deliberate to limit leadership, run central government. Conclusion: Vietnam had a trick and longer time country wars that make the Vietnamese people become the disagreeing, different tending politics, culture, society, religion, and special that split out republic and communist after communist. Vietnam people still continue split and unable to that die. I think Vietnam need to have a democracy but must limit freedom like Dynasty Ngô Đình Diệm and still the model of the Singapore. Please send this video to many people listen together, special young adults inside and outside of Vietnam, American, and give me opposite question. Thank you. Đọc tin April 8, 2008.